So you get to Gill Pledge. It's one of the more remote settlements in the territories, and in addition to its small native population, you see there's a large refugee population from Walnut Peck. And as you are about to enter Gill Pledge, you see this small town that you're approaching. You see there is a mouse outside of the town who looks like he's about to set out. He's got like a pack. He's got some stuff. This little old man kind of mouse. He's getting a little gray in the fur. He got big old fuzzy eyebrow whiskers. He's like, mouse cat. That's what I was looking for.
And what were you looking for us for?
I wasn't looking for you, but I was about to head out back to Walnut Peck. You guys, Walnut Peck is one of the towns that fell during the Weasel War. It's on the other side of the Scent border, and it's in the Darkheather territory.
Oh man, are you gone soft?
No, you see, my daughter is engaged to a politician's son in Ironwood, and I want to include a family heirloom, but it was lost when Walnut Peck fell. I'm about to set out and gather it.
What is this family heirloom?
It's my grandmother's rocking chair.
You make a new one.
Intricately carved from the finest of woods.
Mahogany?
Aye.
There's lots of good wood out here.
It's been in the family for generations, and it's quite valuable.
We will get it for you.
What?
What?
I have the white cloak of honor. It appeals to my sense of honor.
And I've got brains. I'm not going out there. That's an awful idea, with all due respect. Can't you just make a new rocking chair? Hire an artisan.
Okay,
Was I not supposed to say
No,
that?
I wasn't expecting. Okay, so you got this is an old man. He probably has no goddamn business being in the Darkheather.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want? You can help him. You can do it yourselves, or you can argue against.
I'm going to help. I'm going to do it myself.
I think it's a fucking stupid idea.
I'm along for the ride.
I'm gonna fix him with an eye, like a glare. My
Okay.
best glare.
Me or him?
You.
Me?
Don't you dare.
I step in between you two. And I'm like, he's my trainee. I do with him as I please.
I give you a salute.
You gonna do it? You gonna argue any further?
Is there any point?
If you do, you can enter a conflict, an argument conflict.
What would that do?
It will enter you into an argument conflict with Martin and Fat Finn, and you can attempt to keep Martin home.
Sure.
If you wish. Alright. Darrow, you may roll.
We're here to deliver mail. Not
aid
die
you in
in
keeping
horrible ways.
him home.
Hmm?
I will aid you in keeping him home.
Okay.
Keeping him there.
The team of Darrow and Jasper
Attaboy!
versus Fat Finn and Martin.
Take my sword back. I'm kidding.
I think.
Alright, what am I
save
rolling?
What I think for
I'm
the
rolling.
conflict.
I'm rolling fighter. And
No,
then,
you're not rolling fighter.
And then adding health.
No.
You're not
Here, let
rolling
me-
fighder.
The conflict sheet.
Oh.
This is an argument, so
This is an argument.
Persuasion, right?
So
persuasion, I believe.
What's your persuasion?
persuasion. Persuasion is
Jonathan, what's your persuasion?
You will do persuader and add it to your base will.
3 plus 5.
Plus my will?
Yes.
Okay.
That is 0 successes
Why would you
plus 5.
Throw that.
Because
Alright.
you get one
Martin
from
gives
me.
you one more.
Okay.
So,
That is not a success either.
3 plus... So, I'm rolling 7.
Alright.
Just a... Can I borrow that, please?
Yes.
How are you rolling 7?
I get 6.
6 from what?
That plus my will.
Persuader. You don't roll will. You add it to your base will. So you 4 plus Persuader plus what he gave you.
So 4. So it's still 7, right?
So no dice for the 4.
Okay. Oh.
Wait,
So minus
so
4 dice.
your persuader
So 3.
is 2? Or
He has
no, 3?
Persuader 2.
Okay. So
I get it, and I
same
have to use one of
but
yours.
you have more will.
I get it. Oops. That's 2 successes.
Okay.
All right.
Plus
you,
4.
You have
6.
disposition of 6. You have disposition of 5. All right.
Can I have my die back?
I like this die.
All right. You guys are back in a conflict. So 5 and 6.
Can I see the conflict?
Team DJ
Team DJ.
and Team
Yes.
Rocket.
Okay.
MF.
For argument. So attack is Persuader, defend is Persuader, feint is Persuader Deceiver, and maneuver is Persuader or Deceiver.
All right. What do you guys?
So should the two of us?
Yeah.
Go
everyone
on.
conspire. Although Jonathan is gonna have to go in a few minutes. Huh?
You know what? I'm going to automatically fail to get a bonus. Right? Later down the line. Can I do that?
What are we doing? Did
Huh?
you decide what we were doing for us?
Am I deciding for you?
I don't know. Well, we can hear them, so I don't know.
Yeah. That's I was gonna say pick things in secret, but
Okay.
Jonathan might surrender the thing.
I will pick things.
Would I get a bonus if I did? This is a question. Quandary.
Rules of the game I don't remember, but I'll give you 2 checks if you just choose to give up the fight. Yeah. Just off my head. I'll give you both 2 checks for that.
Okay. In what we want? Like, I mean, for me, I guess I would put 2 checks in brave. Because that would make sense.
2 checks for the player's turn.
Yeah.
Not checks on the thing.
Oh, okay.
So like for you guys to recover or do what you want.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Sure.
All right. That's not how the game actually works, but I'm not looking it up right now because we're stuck on that.
That's not how. Okay.
All right. I'm sure there is a thing like that, but it would take us more time, and you have to go.
Yeah.
So I'm speeding up.
This was all
So you guys
about
argue for a
checks.
minute. Fat Finn is like, we gotta do it because honor, and Darrow's like, that's dumb though. It's in the dark, Heather.
I'm like, I'm Dark Heather Wise.
I'm like, he should stay
Like
home.
I give a shit.
Just like, he
but
should
you
stay
concede
home.
the
He can't-
argument.
He's gonna.
He can stay home.
Okay. That's my only argument.
That's our
concede-
compromise.
you
He's
can-
staying home.
If he wants to, yeah.
Oh, fine.
But you give in to Fat Finn's seniority.
I don't want to get another reprimand.
All right. And with that, Martin will wait for you guys to finish up your business in town, and then you will head out with him.
Wait,
Uh,
I
Martin-
thought our compromise was for him to stay home.
Yeah, our compromise was for him
oh,
to
for Martin to stay home. I
Martin
thought
to
you were
stay
talking about
home.
Darrow. Okay,
No.
Martin will agree to that compromise.
Yeah, that was
so
our
you guys will go to
compromise.
the Dark Heather.
Okay. Yeah.
And you go into Guild Pledge, and you start handing out the mail. And all these mice, they begin getting their mail from relatives and friends that they haven't heard from in months.
Mhm.
It's like, oh, yay, look at... yeah, it's a good time. Like, some of them are crying over the letters. It's, oh my god, it's so nice.
It's so
Like,
beautiful.
they've gotten all these different words.
Does anybody have a place where I
Wow,
can buy
this
a
letter
sword?
is amazing. If some raven took it, I probably would have died.
There is actually, that's actually not far from the truth.
Okay.
It's like there's one woman who got a letter from her husband, and she's so thankful because she probably would have headed out onto the roads to go find him if she hadn't gotten it.
So we saved someone's life. By defending the mail.
I asked if there's anywhere
But
to
she's been
buy a
told to
sword.
wait by him. And now we can enter the player's turn.
Oh, okay.
So,
3 checks.
You all get a free check, and then you two have 2. So you can do whatever you want. You can make a resources test to find a sword, whoever wants to do that. Or do whatever else you want.
I'm gonna buy a battle axe.
Alright, you have your hook and line back, by the way.
Yeah.
You still have that.
Okay,
You recovered that after the battle.
that's good. In that case, look for a pet bee.
Okay.
Unless you already gave me that to me.
No. We'll do that in game. That'll be more fun.
Okay.
So, I guess.
But now I simply must go.
Yes. Roll a... We'll say resources check.
I guess.
Real quick.
First, what I'll do is I will use 2 to recharge a trait.
And I roll 3. Okay.
I can do that, right?
Darkest
What was that?
Use 2 checks to recharge a trait.
Blackest flame.
Let me check that. I don't know if you can recharge it. You can boost?
That's 2 successes.
Alright. Do you have anything you wish to add to that? Or would someone like to help?
My wolf snout. Sure. I'll sniff out
Okay,
one.
yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that being used. Yeah, roll an extra dice.
I smell a bee.
Well, I imagine you're smelling out for the right pollen.
That's another success.
Alright, cool. The
I
obstacle
smell
was
it.
3. I set for that. So you go out into the flower fields near Gilpledge, and you set out some sugar water in a good little area, and you find a bee, and you tame it, and you have a bee friend now.
Oh, that's awesome.
I'll name you Bumble.
Now Darrow has a bee friend, and Jonathan will be leaving us. Would you like to give one of your checks to one of them if they want it?
Yes. Anybody want to check?
Okay.
I'll let you. Hold on. to that.
What can checks do?
You can spend it
hi,
to do
Jonathan.
whatever you want in the player's turn. So you can use it to try go find a new friend. You can get an object you want. See you, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Bye.
I need to.
Oh. So, can I use 2 to,
I'm looking for that now.
Other than that, what I want to try doing is I want to use, can I use Hunter in order to try and help us avoid as many dangerous animals as possible?
What?
Can I use Hunter try and help us?
You're in a town.
I know, but help us avoid any dangerous animals for the path that we're going
So
to be going.
to
on.
boost, okay, so you can't use your checks to recharge your trait.
Doesn't?
It's once per session.
Okay. Well, I thought because spelling checks it said 2/4 recharge traits on the character sheet.
What? Let me see that. I'm not seeing that right now, but it could be a thing.
The last one on using checks.
Recovery check during the GM's turn. Charge, temporary elevate. 2/4 recharge trait. What? What is it talking about? That's not even on here. It's not even in the book.
Kind of like the whole mace situation.
It's the same. It's also manipulator is used in place of deceiver, but sometimes it says deceiver instead of manipulator. Like, look, it's not an option.
Okay.
Okay, it's not in the book. They didn't put it in the book. This thing is it's not bad. It's just like
Unclear?
an editor could have done a better job somewhere in here.
Yeah.
There are some places where editing could have been done better. Otherwise, still a solid game. Like it. Having fun.
Well, with the Hunter, what I was trying to do is I want to see if I can figure out what would be the best way to go about the area to avoid as many dangerous animals as possible.
Okay. Hunter, is that a kick? Alright. I will say, yeah, make a hunter or lore mouse check. You can use one of your checks for that, absolutely.
That's 3 successes.
Okay. You do some research. You look at some maps. You try to learn. You gather some maps that in one of the libraries near here. You start looking at stuff, and you are scouting out what you hope to be one of the safer trails for when you guys make your excursion to Walnut Peck.
Does that count as a pass for the...
That is your free check, so you have 2 more.
Well, I'm saying, does that count as a pass for the...
For Hunter, sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Or Lore Mouse, whichever one you use.
I used Hunter.
How would I go about finding a weapon shop or something?
If you want to get another sword, you need to make a resources test.
Resources.
It's at the top.
4. Okay. Would I use a check on that?
Yeah, this is your free check, yes.
Okay. That's 1 success. Yes.
Okay, that is a failure,
Okay.
I believe.
Can I boost it with something? Like with a trait?
What trait?
Rational.
Okay, yeah.
That is a success.
Alright. Yeah, you find a blacksmith.
So I mark that as a pass, yeah.
Sure. For resources, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're getting a little lost, but then you rationalize, you know what, like, it's got to be one of these buildings with smoke coming out.
Maybe it's
And among, like, all these working mice, it's gonna be the one that I hear dinging coming from sometimes.
Yeah.
And you start following that, and you make your way and find a shop. And
Okay.
you enter the shop, and there's a mouse with black fur working over a smithy. Ting, ting.
Okay.
What can I do you for?
I would like a sword, please.
Got plenty of fine swords. Take your pick.
I'd like the simplest, but best simple sword there is.
Okay. Yeah. He hands you some different swords, and you hold them, and you kind of hold them, and you're like, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just looking at resources to see how it works. And then eventually he hands you one very simple, but sturdy. You can feel it.
Yes. This is it.
Alright.
I shall call her Bread Knife.
Alright, you have bread knife. Do you lose resources? And rating in resources allows you to get stuff for your character. Resources factors. Okay, it's nice that they tell me that there are resources factors. Okay, choose the following factors to devise. Okay. Obstacle. If the resource test is failed, I can use a twist or depletion. Deplete your resources by 1. Okay, so you didn't fail. Alright, so yeah, you buy a sword, and your resources does not go down.
Okay. I have one more check, yeah?
Yes, Jonathan gave you one of his checks, so yes.
Okay.
And then Jordan, you have 2 more checks, if you wish.
And but I can't do the do 2 tests in a row, right? Is that correct?
No, you can do something again.
Okay.
I'm switching it up between each of you.
Well, no, because weren't you saying that you can't do 2 tests for checks in a row?
What do you mean test for checks?
I thought that you were saying something like that.
No. This is the player's turn. You do as many checks as you need to do,
Okay, so then I guess
as you want to do.
I will, let's see, what do I want to do?
And I am going to look up how to end a session.
I guess that I will use, I already used Hunter to do that, so.
What are you going to do?
Sorry, I thought that, and can I use Pathfinder to try and increase the chances of us getting to the place even more safely?
No, I'll say you've already done that.
Okay. Then I guess I will use Archivist to find information about the place just from my own knowledge.
Okay. Would you like to aid?
Yes.
You can add your Dark Heather wise.
Ah!
So you're looking for info about the Dark Heather. You've never been there.
Yeah.
You're a young mouse. You weren't involved in the Weasel Wars. So you're trying to learn things about Walnut Peck.
Got one success.
And Fat Finn is telling you about the Dark Heather. Was that on Fat Finn's dice?
No.
Okay. Okay, you don't get any useful information from Fat Finn.
I'm just like
Fat Finn is
reminiscing
just-
about war stories.
They're just rambling about the war and the weasels.
He's actually just talking over
And then you're sort of realizing that they were nowhere. That Fat Finn was probably nowhere near Walnut Peck.
Yeah.
Like when that happened, but they just keep going.
I just talk about Lord Dromic, the weasel.
You're not able to get any work done, and you fail. So you take. You get hungry and thirsty from that, I'm gonna say.
Alright. Oh, crap. I don't have enough checks left to
No.
fix that.
I'm.
Uh,
oh.
yeah.
I'm sorry. You have more stuff to do.
No.
I-
you have one more check.
Yeah, I have one more check.
You have
but
one more check. You can give that check to Jordan if you wish, or you can use it for whatever you want to do. He's hungry and thirsty at the moment.
Oh.
I need 2 checks to assess.
What did you want to do?
I wanted to bake some stuff to feed us all. On the road and stuff.
Okay.
Because I have 2 baker.
Do you want,
Can that feed him?
I'm gonna look at recovery right
And
now.
also, like, feed us on the road?
Let me check. You don't have to worry too much about feeding yourself on the road.
Okay.
Until I make it a thing.
Fat Finn would like to bake something.
Okay, you can definitely make a cooking check. But I'm trying
Baker?
to find cook or baker. Yeah.
Okay.
Is bake and cook the same thing? Did they do that? Check. Cook. No, cook and baker are separate things.
I'm gonna bake you a bread.
A bread.
But I need to see if that's okay. Recovery.
I'm gonna bake you
Let's check this first before you do it.
buttery bread.
Let's check this first before you do it.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying what I'm gonna bake. I don't know if it's gonna help you, but I'm gonna bake you a buttery bread.
You may test harvester, cook, brewer, baker, or resources to acquire a meal or drink. Yeah, you know what? I'll allow Fat Finn to roll for this for your recovery. If you're
Okay.
good with that.
What would do you have a higher thing that you would roll?
My highest thing is 5, which is nature.
Oh.
Harvester, cook, brewer, baker, or resources. Yeah, I'll allow this. I'm good with this. Yeah, you can roll baker if you want.
Okay. Can I add fat to it?
Yeah!
I'm adding fat.
Just put some
I'm baking you a nice big loaf of bread. I'm gonna steal some, but I'm gonna bake it mostly for you.
Apparently not.
That is 0 successes.
You end up eating most of the bread.
I'm so sorry.
Can I?
You couldn't control yourself.
Darn it, Fat Finn.
Wait, you have one more check though, right?
Yes. Can
Like,
I-
cause he's like off trying to do research and stuff, and then you don't see him for a few hours, and you get hungry,
Yeah.
and you end up eating it.
I could try again if you give me the check.
Like, you can do it too. Whatever you want to do.
well, yeah, because can't I use nature to forage?
No. Nature is not like nature like it is in D&D. It's literally your mouse nature.
No. Well, mouse nature can be used for escaping, climbing, hiding, and foraging.
To get rid of hungry and thirsty, you need to make a cook, brewer,
Okay.
baker, or resources check.
What's
Oh,
your resources?
My resources is 1.
Okay.
So I will give Fat Finn my check.
And I'm not using fat anymore, I guess.
You can't.
I can't. That is 1 success.
That's all you needed.
Okay.
Okay, good.
You go to a local baker, you convince them to allow you to use their bakery again.
Yeah, I'm like,
And you make-
I ate the last one. Can I use it again?
They allow you to use their oven, and you bake Jasper a nice little bread that he eats, and you're no longer hungry and thirsty.
Thank you. Delicious.
I ate one. I entirely ate a piece of bread.
At least this time you weren't hungry enough to eat this one.
Yeah, that's true.
Barely.
Barely.
All right, and now I have to find the damn end of the. I need to get some note things.
I almost ate your bread again.
Yeah.
though.
Oh, I end the session. There's some special things we do at the end of the session.
Yeah, like with goals and
Yes.
Beliefs?
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
instincts.
I'm trying to find those. These.
Yeah.
It's the way this book is set up isn't super intuitive.
Wait, so if I advance nature, that's something bad, right?
Not necessarily. You can
Okay.
tax your nature to use it in a situation that it's not supposed to be used for. So it's actually useful to have a lot of it.
Okay, well, so if I advance it, then my new maximum becomes 1 more?
I believe so. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
wait. Did testing nature for the disposition, did that count as a pass?
For disposition, no.
Okay. Did I ever test
No.
nature for anything else?
There's
I
no
don't think
there's
so.
no passing or failing for disposition.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay,
I
77.
didn't use it for anything
I
else.
need to
Okay.
use more
Cool.
skills.
How many times did I fight? Did I attack?
You should have kept track of that.
But I didn't in the beginning because
I
we
think
weren't.
we did a total of 4.
Okay,
'Cause
and I
I
failed
have-
twice.
I have a total of 4 from both passes and failing.
All right,
for
and
nature.
I failed twice. I know that.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So,
I did keep track of it then.
end of the session. Yeah. So. God damn it. Okay. They don't put anything in the section that I'm looking at. I always look at it and then it's like, yeah, you can find this bit detailed more in this section. And that's not helpful because I'm doing that now. Okay.
I'm assuming we're editing this section.
All right. You spent your
Okay.
checks. The session is nearly over. All right. Fat Finn. Did Jonathan take his character sheet?
I think so. No,
No,
it's
he
right
didn't.
there.
Okay. Fat Finn, I want you to read your belief, instinct, and goal.
My belief is I will always fight the good fight. My goal is teaching Jasper to face the hardships of the Mouse Guard with bravery. And my instinct is to protect those close to me.
All right. I'm going to move over here out of the sun a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Jasper, what is your instinct, goal, and belief?
So my belief is those that are unable to protect themselves should be protected. My goal is I want to prove that I can be useful. And my instinct is always be prepared for danger.
All right. Darrow's belief is a guard mouse must always be prepared for the worst. His goal is he wants to survive.
I think that was a
And his instinct is observe, then react. So, God damn it. Fucking section! Ah! That section isn't useful to me. This frickin' book.
It's cute though.
It's a great game. The book is just unorganized.
Yeah.
It's all over the place, and I'm not able to. And then I look in the section where I'm like, oh, end of the session. And then I went to the end of the session, and it's a page that's not helpful to me ending the session, because it's the end of like this other adventure that doesn't tell me that tells me to go to a different chapter, but I don't know what page that chapter is on. So I gotta go to the front. I'm spending so much time complaining about this book that I wanted so much.
Yeah.
It's irritating.
I'm like,
Okay.
I got you that book. Be happy with it.
I know, it's just unorganized. I didn't know that going into it. Okay, so, Fat Finn, do you feel like you accomplished your goal?
I feel like I did partially. I feel like Jasper did. Jasper was good at defending the male, and he was brave in that. So, and that is a hardship of the mouse guard. So yes, I guess.
Do you think that Fat Finn accomplished his goal?
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah. Okay. You accomplished your goal, you gain 1 persona point.
Okay. I have
Jasper.
one.
What was your goal? Yeah, you get another one.
Okay.
My goal is that I want to prove that I can be useful.
Oh, he totally did that.
Alright. You gain 1 persona point.
I'm sorry. I just totally jumped the gun, but you, like, Fat Finn is like, yes.
Darrow's goal was to survive.
Yeah.
I'm not
has-
sure about that.
Darrow cheated the system.
Darrow is found dead, killed by a bumblebee sting. So Darrow
cheated the
unfortunately
system.
fails. Could someone hand me a pencil? I lost mine at some point.
Oops,
That was the
Wow.
worst throw I've ever seen.
I was trying not to throw it too much.
And hit them in the face.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Alright. Did anyone play against their belief? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
Just for me, playing for my booth, was trying to keep the old guy home.
Yeah.
Alright. So,
I wanted to fight the good fight. And I fought the good fight.
so there's 3 awards. You guys didn't take any conditions.
Well,
Not very long.
yeah.
And
Do we
You guys
do
didn't
we do a
use-
new goal?
you
Each
will do a new
session,
goal
yeah.
next session.
Oh, okay.
You guys didn't really play out your traits too much, so there's no embodiment reward today, I don't feel. Well,
What do you mean
Um,
play out your traits too much?
like really like role-playing, getting into it.
Oh, okay.
That would be one you decide, but I don't think anyone super did this one.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be given out.
We're still just more getting into the
Yeah.
flow of this game.
So there's 2 awards that we're going to give out right now. The MVP award and the Workhorse award.
What's the workhorse?
So the Workhorse is the one player who carried the group through a lot of tough stuff. They have all the right skills and makes all the rolls to keep things moving. the group decides who the workhorse is. You can't be both MVP and workhorse. The MVP is the most valuable player. That goes to who made the crucial contribution so that the patrol could complete its mission.
I think you were the MVP.
Alright. Jasper defending the mail
Yes.
is the MVP.
And I think the key was giving up his sword.
Alright. You gain 1 persona point.
Okay.
Do we have a workhorse? Someone who carried the group. Was it Darrow or was it Fat Fit?
Or was it neither of us?
Honestly, I don't know if there was any one person who.
Really carried us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not there to nominate myself. I'm not going to, because I'm not
Okay.
convinced it was myself.
Most of what happened was the Raven. So let's look at the Raven. Weighing stuff, Fat Finn attacked boldly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Took out the Raven at the end, right?
Yeah. Definitely
Yeah.
Captain did the most damage.
But it would not have been
Darrow's
possible
maneuvering
without the maneuvering.
It
took out.
It was a lot of good teamwork.
It was good teamwork. So I don't know if there was a workhorse.
Yeah.
That's why I asked what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because I knew immediately who the MVP was. And it was my student.
Thank you.
All right, the two of you are undecided. Jonathan is not here, so I will be the decider.
Okay.
As it says, I noticed the group. And you know what? I think the GM counts as part of the group. I think we're going to give that award to Darrow for disarming the Raven so thoroughly.
Good. I can agree to that.
Give me a pencil. So we're going to give Darrow a persona point.
That eraser doesn't work. Did it work?
Yeah.
It worked.
I did it lightly.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh my god, it works.
It's been healed.
It has been healed.
Alright. Did anyone act on their belief?
Well, I definitely fought.
You fought the good fight.
Yes.
I mean, mail can't protect itself.
I feel like you tried to protect that old man. Or that old house.
Yay!
My argument was to keep him home.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure, Fat Finn gets a fate point.
Okay.
So add 1 fate point.
It does erase!
And then did anyone perform their instinct?
I don't think the male is close to me.
Instinct is always
Protect those close to me.
I mean,
I don't think the male is close to me.
during the player's turn, I was preparing for danger by trying to go around it.
What was your instinct?
Always be prepared for danger.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah,
You gain
it's-
1 fate point. Alright, and with that,
What was Darrow's?
Darrow's is observe then react,
No.
which I feel like didn't come into play.
What about the other one? What about his belief?
Playing on his belief, a guard mouse must always be prepared for the worst. Nothing really came, no preparation. Nothing that I recall or saw. There was no, yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to call that.
Yeah.
And next session, so you guys prepare. You've completed the mail run. You've given out all the mail you have after these
Good.
long weeks. And with that, you begin prepping for a trip into the Dark Heather as spring ends. And the heat begins coming on as we enter summer. after this first session of Mouse Guard.
Okay.
All right, ready? Good?
Yes.
All right. Next session, we head into the Dark Heaven.
Because now that we have more persona,
What they
tapping
do?
nature- Well, I understand that taps nature, but one thing it says is if outside your nature, the ability is automatically taxed by 1. And what counts as outside your nature?
So Mouse Nature is a few things, like running, hiding, foraging, those 4 things. So an against Mouse Nature thing would be something very human.
Okay.
That's like not one of your skills.
So like fighting essentially.
Yeah, fighting is very outside of Mouse Nature, but you have a skill for it.
Yeah.
So if you're going to use nature for something that isn't a nature thing, it would be like a skill you don't have or something different that we can't. I don't know. I'm trying to think of an example at the moment and can't. That just like is so thoroughly like not a mouse thing.
Yeah.
Like it's so thoroughly a human thing that would
With-
tax it.
But you could possibly use it for maneuver, like in a like if it depending on the conflict.
Yes. All right. We good?
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap this session up.
All right. There's your pencil.
Found it.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.